actually, even the top medical experts are ignoring these coronavirus guidelines in a truly Orwellian manner. So you saw, yesterday we actually played it on the show, Governor Gavin Newsom, who's Mussolini, he's trying to lock down the whole state again. Mussolini gets caught going to a very fancy birthday party, which he said was outdoors, but it actually looks like it was indoors, at the French Laundry, which is a Michelin-rated, extraordinarily expensive restaurant. It's like $350 or $400 a plate. And he was there with a lot of his friends, and they were all shoulder to shoulder, and nobody was wearing masks, and everybody was swilling great wine, and no one was afraid of this virus that they tell you you have to live your life cowering in fear of. Then he got caught, and he made an apology, and he tried to, move past it and say, okay, no big deal. Turns out it wasn't just Newsom there. Turns out some of California's top medical authorities were there as well. So here we had the California Medical Association CEO, Dustin Corcoran. He was there. The California Medical Association lobbyist, Janice Norman, were both at this dinner. So you can't just say, well, the politicians aren't listening to the experts. The experts themselves, the top dogs at this medical association, they don't care about the virus. They're not worried. Of course they're not worried. It has a very, 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 very low mortality rate. It always has, but especially now. If you look, people are always talking about how the cases are spiking throughout the country, and it was such a sleight of hand because the media went from reporting on deaths and hospitalizations to the cases. But look at the deaths. You see the cases spiking up, but if you look at the deaths, they're way, 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 way down. They're barely registering on the graphs. It's a good thing, right? We now have these treatments. We now have these vaccines. And we have actually for some time had treatments for the virus. And yet these people tell you, you've got to live in fear. Well, they do not themselves. If that isn't Orwellian, I don't know what is. And by the way, the last holdout for them are the masks. And we talked a little yesterday about why there's this divide over the masks. It seems conservatives hate the masks, liberals love the masks. And some squishy people say, why do the masks have to be political? And the masks have to be political because they're a public matter. When you've got hundreds of millions of people all masking themselves like banditos in public, that is a political question because it affects how our society works, how it's governed, how you can go into shops, how you can go into access government services, how you can go into restaurants, of course, how you can go to church or if you can't go to church. Obviously, that is political. I hope you enjoyed that short segment from the Michael Knowles Show. Be sure to check out the full episode linked in the description or download the podcast wherever you listen to podcasts.